I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day, and I'm so very, very, very excited. We finally did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Okay, listen. I have an amazing group of people here today. They are authors, illustrator, author, writer. I mean, just amazing people who have done something that a lot of people, and like you, should be doing too. So let's go ahead and talk to Kelly Garrison and her crew. And I'm just going to go ahead and go and say hello. How are you guys doing?
Hey,
Hello.
hey,
Hey. So, okay, so you have to introduce yourselves and your part in this book.
my name is JT. I am the illustrator of the second book that's coming out.
I'm Kelly Garrison. I'm the writer and creator of all this.
And I am Rachel Otway, and I am a educational teacher.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you all for being on the show today. I truly appreciate it. So, Kelly, tell me about this. How did this come together? You got two people on your side. It is always good to have help. I am not going to lie to you. I mean, okay. So, how did this happen for you, Kelly?
Honestly, it started out as a project in college. It was a class assignment. So the original book was the very first one ever written was The Adventures of Calvin and Cali in my first plane ride.
Mm,
Then I ended up writing this book, The Adventures of Calvin and Cali and Never Talk to Strangers, and it was first published in 2006. And
oh,
now Workbook Press has it, and it came back out and republished in 2023.
nice. Nice. So, you've published this book a few times now. Why did you do that? Was it because you rewrote it or because you wanted to reintroduce it? A lot of times people like to reintroduce things.
Well, some of it was the fact that the original author publishing company had the book too high.
Mm,
And then I got it with Workbook Press, and they lowered the price, and it was able to get back out there again.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So yeah, that I mean sometimes you gotta go with what's best for not only you but for your clientele and for the people that love your books. Wow, wow. So okay, so let's go back. I have to go back to the illustrator of this the next book. So you guys have this book. Let's talk about this one and then we're gonna talk about the illustration of the next book. And I really, really truly love this. So what is Calvin and Callie about?
Calvin and Callie are twin calico kittens that just go on different adventures. And in this one, they're going to school, and Officer Frisky is there talking about uh, strangers and what kind of strangers it's okay to talk to and what kind it's not. And then later, they go out on the playground and encounter a stranger, and it shows them, goes through what they did when they encountered the stranger, so they knew
Mm,
how to, get away. Kind of teaches kids how to get away from the stranger.
stranger danger, especially nowadays. Especially nowadays. You have to. I mean, you got to keep those children kind of under your arm. You cannot let them out of your sight nowadays. My goodness, that's a great book. That's a great book. Why are you guys writing these books? What made you go into this and what made you guys get together and actually collaborate with this?
Maybe I'll start.
Oh, um, so as an educator for elementary school, I am have taught about safety and how the right way to integrate safety into early childhood. What is good safety and what's bad safety, like the dangers of the real world, and exposing earlier on so children aren't per se not exposed and then they don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very important for child development between 5 years old, because you see nowadays, as you were talking about, Yaya, that kids, they're not aware. They're
No.
not aware of this, and so it's very important for child development, as they are aware of their situation and their surroundings, to be safe all the time,
Yeah.
no matter if you're out with friends or that, even if you're with mom and dad.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen some people try to take their somebody's child like right in front of them. It's on camera. It's like you're kidding me. You're kidding me. So yeah, I just saw one today where people just volunteered and jumped on the guy and held him down, and kept him from taking these children. This is crazy. It is a crazy day and age we live in, and so these books really do help, especially with the parents reading the books to the children over and over again. Repetition is key. Okay, so what about illustration? I mean, you're in this next one, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to try to give away too much because, we got to keep that secrecy going. But at the same time, tell us about your involvement with this next one. How did you get involved with this?
I actually came into the process through a friend.
Mm.
Showed a friend my art, and they met with Kelly and talked about me to her. And eventually we met at work, and I sent her a couple of my pictures, and she said, "Yo, you'd be great for the job," and I was more than thrilled to accept.
Awesome, awesome. So, with all of that said, you guys, I mean, what you're doing is so important, especially now with the books being taken from school. And I mean, as a school teacher, there's a lot of books that should not have been taken from the schools. As a matter of fact, they should have been doubled up because they're educational, but we got to deal with what we got to deal with, right? So, this book here is one of those books that can be put in school as well as in the home. Okay, great, great. And how about homeschooling? Is this something that a parent can actually take and use in homeschool?
Yes, it can be used as preventive measures for safety. As a homeschool, as being homeschooled myself, actually, it it does expose them in a safe way to prevent measures like being kidnapped or per se stolen. And so it's nice as as a mom myself to read this to my kids, because
Mhm.
it's just like, hey, this actually happens outside of the house. And so it's nice for my kids to know, hey, you know, don't do this, and this is what happens, or this is how we prevent it, or this is how we can be safe about this.
Yeah,
And so it's very helpful as a parent and as a teacher, all around, even with homeschool.
right, right. Definitely. I homeschool my children, so I think that was something that the advantages of having homeschool is to be able to see your children grow and progress, but also to meet them where they are at their level. So, Kelly, let me ask you this big question. You got this under your belt, girlfriend. You got this under your belt. What about the next one? What can we be expecting on that one?
Well, in this one, it's the Adventures of Calvin and Cali. It was going to be in a trip to the mall, but my brother Keith taught me into changing it to the Adventures of Calvin and Cali in Lost at the Mall.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though. You ever got lost in the mall?
I was that security guard that always had to reunite kids with their parents. So
What
that's
about
kind of where this one came from.
what about kids that hid in the bathroom after hours?
And I never came across that one that I know.
No, because I did that. It was fun though. I mean, we got caught, but it was fun. It was fun. We played it off like we didn't know. Well, we knew, but it was fun. It was fun, and we loved the mall. We didn't want to like go into the stores. We just wanted to be in the mall after hours. It was kind of like one of those things. We were little, but my gosh, that is kind of cool. I like that, and I like the fact that they're so adventurous and that you are really putting this into play, not only for the school but also for homeschooling. Wow, wow. So you're doing the illustration and you're using it, and all of you guys are coming together. What about another book? Have you guys thought about doing another one together?
Oh, I've already started
Oh,
drafting
she
two
ahead
more.
of me. You are ahead of me. Thank you so much for being on the show. I truly appreciate it, guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that the QR code is in the corner over there. It is right above the head over there in the corner. You can scan that and check out the book for yourself on Amazon and get that book for yourself and for your children, for your school, for your teacher. The teachers can actually purchase it for your classrooms. And things like that because obviously it's hopefully it's school approved. Would are you going for a school approval?
Well, the books are already in my kids' school.
There you go. So there, it's school approved. There you go. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Is there anything that we missed today that you would like to say to the listeners?
No, not really.
No.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for being on the show. And I need you guys to go ahead and go and check out Calvin and Callie. Again, it's in that QR code over there or in the description box below. So that way you guys can go ahead and find it for yourselves and check it out. Maybe even buy a book for your classmates, for the kids. And when they go to school, they can read it. They can read it to the teacher. How about that? All right. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye.
Thank y'all.
Don't forget to follow us on YouTuber and Instagram. Thank you for watching.